call this Breakfast with the Stars, and I did say that we have a chick who is #1 lion in the 254. And guys are like, a chick who's a lion? How? Yes, Olive Gachara has walked into studio. Woot woot! Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. It's great to see you. Shafi's just here, blushing. What is it?
Nothing. I rarely meet chicks who are lions. So, yeah. It's
okay.
Good. I only know one lion. A lion day.
Oh Lord.
Yes.
However, first and foremost, congratulations are in order. Your magazine turned 4 over the weekend. What?
Yes, it did.
4 years old.
I know. Okay. 4 years of publishing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But before we get to all of that, where did it all begin? Because following you on Insta, I've seen photos of throwback modeling gigs. I'm just like, okay, so what haven't you done? What haven't you done? So where did this all begin?
So it began, can I say, with modeling?
Yes.
So I modeled for a bit, for a very short while, right after high school.
Yeah.
When you're in that sort of phase,
that gray
trying
area.
to figure out, so now what's the plan?
Yeah.
So I modeled for a little bit, and then I started a modeling agency.
Okay.
So when I started the modeling agency, I deferred university because I was like, let me just do this.
Wait, you started it right after high school?
Yeah, like when I was 18.
What?
I know. At the time, there was only like Surazuri and Versatile.
Yeah.
There was really no one who was providing hostesses, fashion models, promo girls.
Yeah.
There was no one who was doing that. So the main agencies were casting agencies. There was no modeling agency.
Yeah.
And in my modeling gigs, I'd be asked, so do you have any other chicks that you can come with for this show? So, so I'd bring other girls, other guys, and I realized, me being the Gachara person I am.
It's a business here.
I know. Like, if I bring Adele, then if there's a business, I can charge it 20% of whatever she's making, and then I make more money.
Yeah.
So, Kinky Modeling and Talent Agency was formed. That was my first business. And then it just morphed into many things.
So wait, so now you differ campus. How did that go down with you folks?
So, so the plan was to be a doctor.
Okay.
And my folks are doctors. So my mother's looking at me like, really?
Fam.
Child. And you're supposed to be the doctor in the family.
Yeah.
We have an engineer, we have 2 lawyers.
Yeah.
So could you perhaps please? But I was just like, just give me 1 year to figure. How white people take a year out.
Yeah, gap year.
Yeah, I know. So I did that thing. Give me a year to just figure out what I want to do. And then I remember I went to Graphins.
Yeah.
For like that, it was a sales and marketing course. Like, I won't be in the house bumming. Look, I'm
doing things.
I'm doing something.
Yeah. As I sort of figure out my life, and that's when the business started. And at some point, she's just like, you know what? You just do whatever it is that you want to do.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will work out. If it doesn't work out, utakuwa daktari 35. Like, whenever you're done.
Whenever you're ready.
Oh my
Please
God.
note.
Okay, so we're starting the journey with Olive Gachara, and we want to end up at Couture Africa, one of the leading magazines in the region, and also then how she becomes the bad cop when it comes to the Lions Den. All of that is coming up in the next 3 minutes. If you have any questions, do send them our way on Twitter at Kissa100 Kenya, at Olive Gachara. However, before I play you some Sarkodie, we're hanging out with Olive Gachara. She is the brains behind Couture Africa, brilliant magazine, and of course, one of the lions in Lions Den that's going to be coming back next week. And we're just like, catching up with her journey. And also, Phineas is saying, "Yo, I'm so interesting to know what happened to the modeling agency."
Kinky models.
So you've deferred going to uni to become a doctor. Now you're in Gachara.
Yes.
And then what happens?
So the modeling agency grew, and it grew really fast. I was even shocked.
Yeah.
So we started doing a lot of promo girls for events, and even for like supermarkets and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we started doing fashion shows. And then that sort of morphed into producing fashion shows. Because like, can you just do the full package? Just come, do everything. Do the choreography, manage backstage. Just do everything. So we started producing fashion shows. And I think at some point we were doing pretty much all the main shows in Nairobi.
Yeah.
Actually in Kenya, right? So if there's a big show that's happening, look for Olive.
Yeah.
Model, tafuta Olive.
Yeah.
You know?
And this is a business you started when you were 18. I'm so wowed.
And the thing is this, when she started, I was like Right there.
Please tell me you tried modeling.
No, I didn't try. No, I didn't try modeling. Never tried modeling, man.
Yeah.
Me, I'm too lanky, man. But I never tried. But I
think
saw
that's when
her.
he was trying to MC. He was trying to become an MC.
I was trying to become an MC. I was learning the ropes through the later Big Kev and Big Ted and all the other guys.
Yeah.
But one thing I can tell you is that it was easier for parents to trust their girls with her.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because she was young. She was young, and plus she was female.
Yeah,
you get my point?
I get you.
There's no way, a mother would let her toy who's just finished from 4. I can't let it up. Let's go to Licky's Pambazuka, Licky's company, and just leave her there. But you see, with kinky models, despite the name,
there's a big sister.
Despite the name, they're like, you know what? At least with Olive. Because back then the biggest issue was pregnancy.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, okay, so, in that industry. Oh man. Okay, so now kinky modeling agency is growing. Yeah, you're producing shows as well.
Yeah, we're producing shows. In fact, we used to work with the late Kev and a Big Ted, because they used to do a lot of events and they need girls for the events. So we used to do a lot of that as well. And then somebody asked me if I can. They started giving models for magazines. Yeah. For like the 3 or 4 magazines that were there. And somebody asked me if I can style a shoot. Yeah. Can you just bring the models and just style the shoot and everything? I'm like, yeah, sure. Of course. Let's do this. Yeah. So now I'm a fashion stylist. Yeah. Okay.
What is that?
I know. What does that look like?
Yeah.
So I'm styling a shoot. Who has done this before? Where can I get information? So shortly I became a fashion stylist, and it was really easy. It came really naturally to me because I used to help the models style themselves when they're doing their portfolios. Everyone used to do their makeup because they come in, they're so clueless, but you want a good portfolio. Yeah. And they'd be charged a bomb by anybody else. So I'm like, since you've signed with the agency, we'll style you, we'll help you do your makeup, we'll do your hair. Then, just pay for the photographer. So I even had like a full makeup kit. It's been fantastic. My hustle has been strong.
From being a doctor.
I know. So started styling shoots. So I became a full-blown fashion stylist. Yeah. And then started working with designers to even conceptualize their collections as they're producing their fashion shows. So we sort of just got really submerged into this fashion industry. Yeah. And then came Image with Olive, which is an image consultancy company. Okay. So how that happened is, one day I wake up and I'm like, okay, so now this plan. Now I won't be chasing around chiles when I'm 40. So what's the plan? Because this is all nice and dandy, and yes, I'm making money, but what's the long-term plan? Yeah. So I discovered image consultancy, and since I'm a very disciplined with my finances, I used to save when I make money. Yeah. So I went to Singapore, studied image consult. Oh, sorry, before I went to Singapore, I did eventually go to university,
but not to be a doctor.
Yeah, I went and did entrepreneurship. Okay. And mom was like, what, it's fine. Yeah, clearly. When you leave at home and you start buying things for the house, you start doing shopping. Yeah. You stop asking for pocket money. Yeah. And she's like, okay, this is all going somewhere, so that's all good. So I went to Singapore to study image consultancy, and I came back and started an image consultancy company, which is called Image with Olive, which is still there. Yeah. So now, for the modeling agency, I sort of integrated that with the image. Yes. Because
it's a long-term plan.
It's the same.
Exactly. Yeah. And once you grow up and you realize, kinky modeling, the brand is probably not working anymore. It was fun when I was 18, but now let's be serious.
Let's take it to the next level.
Yeah. So I sort of merged the two together, and so Image with Olive was born.
What? Okay. So I'm loving this story so much. If you have any questions up to this point, do send them our way on Twitter at Kissa100 Kenya, and of course at Olive Gachara. Sakodi is on the way, but you know what? We're going to kick things off right now with Kiss FM. You're with Adelo Nyango and Shafi Weru. Yes, we are dying of laughter as we are playing new music with Olive Gachara, who's live in studio. Makdan Wambo is saying, gosh, I'm so envious of her. She has such courage to go through it all. What? And Bado, we're still in the story, by the way. We haven't even gotten to her magazine, guys. Like, chill. We're just back from Singapore. Started your image consultancy firm. Yes. Okay, and then what?
So the image consultancy firm, what we do is we offer individual consultations and corporate workshops on professional image, business etiquette, communication skills, customer service, etc. Yeah. So came back. By the time I was leaving, I think I was a stylist for a magazine called African Woman. I
remember it. Yes. Yeah.
So I helped launch African Woman in Kenya. Okay. They were on in Uganda, so we literally from scratch, from company registration. Because they're like, Olive, you run a biashara in Nairobi, so you must know how to do this. And we'll give you a job. Yeah. We'll give you a contract, so to speak. So could you help us set up? So I helped them set up, find offices, everything. Yeah. even recruit part of their team, because I'm like, me, I'll only be a stylist. Me, I'm a stylist.
Yeah.
And I can only give you so much time in a week.
Yeah, because of all the other things
that I'm doing. So I helped them even recruit a team, which was fantastic. Then came the image consultancy company. So I had to resign from African Woman, because now I'm trying to build this other brand. So when I came back, it took like maybe 6 months to now sort of discover the training and consultancy industry in Kenya.
Yeah.
Hey, consultants are the worst, man. They're so mum with information. You're like, how much do you charge?
It depends on the job.
It was so hard to get information.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I eventually linked up with a sales consultant and a leadership trainer who sort of helped me structure what my business would look like. And so inside there, I still maintained the modeling work.
Kinky was still like...
it was still in there. Because it was still being called for jobs from your loyal clients. And then the fashion styling was still in there as well. And I started doing celebrity styling, which was kind of fun. So like I worked with people like Janet Bogo when she was coming onto Citizen when she came back from
SA.
Yeah, then I worked with Sheila Mwaniga when she was going on to NTV.
What?
And she was moving from Project Fame and she was trying to like get a serious look.
Yeah.
Worked with Habida when she just got signed up by
Taurus.
Yeah, by Taurus.
Yeah.
So I worked with a few personalities as well. Started working with corporate MDs, trying to like get their image right. You know, like someone says, me, I've come from SA, where it's dressed down, and now I'm in like, you know, I need to be stuffy and in a suit. What do I do? Or like, help me figure it out. So worked with a couple of individual clients, and then started literally doing quite a lot of corporate training, which is what I still do till today. So that's been fun. I've worked with, I think, pretty much all your blue chip companies. You know, we've worked with all the big banks. We've worked with FMCG companies, so training their teams on various things. We've had open workshops, so it's been quite an interesting journey, and I love it.
I feel like asking, what haven't you done? That's what we should because from when you were 18, it's been a roller coaster. I
know.
So what I want to know in the next 4 minutes is when the birth of Couture magazine came about. Okay? And also the difficulties, because yes, we're celebrating that you've hit 4 years, but yes, it's never just that he's smooth sailing, by the way. But if you have any questions for Olive Gachara, do send them our way on Twitter at Kiss100 Kenya. And of course, we're hosting Olive Gachara live on Breakfast with the Stars. Last Bon Wakwao, I love these names. You're saying she's inspired me to want to do more than I can right now. Your story is really inspiring, by the way. And this is all before her magazine. Like, this is from 18.
This is way before she became a lion.
Way before anybody knew my name. When I still used to work in Tao.
Like, we haven't even gotten to how you became a lion. But okay, so let's start with the magazine, Couture.
Okay, so after I left African Woman, it didn't stay around for too long. It shut down, right?
Yeah.
And then with the image consultancy business, you know, you have all this information in your head about fashion and beauty, but you only communicate it to groups at a time. Yeah. So like, I need a platform where I can do this, and blogging wasn't an option because that's when blogging had just been picked up. But then I'll give you the link to like my first blog.
Wow.
Which was it's still there. I've never taken it down. Like from 2004. I think it's called Passion for Fashion or something like that. So it's still there. So blogging wasn't an option because I thought you can't really make an impact as a blogger. Yeah. You can, but you can't, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So I was like, okay, you know what, I'm going to start a magazine. And since African Woman had just shut down, the team that was there was still looking for something to do. Yeah. And we were having coffee, and they were actually doing creative work for my image consultancy company. Yeah. And we're just brainstorming like, hey, how about we start a magazine? Yeah. Then we brainstorm like, yeah, it's a good idea, a fashion magazine, because there's nothing like that. Even African Woman wasn't really fashion, it was more lifestyle. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. And then they're like, so you start it. And I'm like, Allah? This is serious. We are having a conversation. How come you're not saying you're gonna start it? Why are you throwing it back to me? So then I thought about it. Like, okay, no, so let's start. Yeah. The initial plan was to try and see if we can revive the African Woman brand, because it had done pretty well in inroads in the industry. Yeah. Then I thought, let me just do my own thing. Start something new. Yeah, start something new, something that doesn't have history, and really build my own brand. So I put together, I started with financials. Does this make sense, first of all, as a business? Yeah. So, I was over there crunching numbers. How many ads do we need? How much does it cost to produce? Did all of that. Put on my jeans and sneakers, went downtown to looking for printers in industrial area. Wow. Looking at quality of prints, like, okay, can these guys do it with my creative director at the time? Yeah. Like, properly did our research, and then we're like, okay, no, this is feasible, it's possible. I didn't want to print in Dubai or in SA like everybody else does. Yeah. because of the type of magazine you wanted to do. It would have been really expensive to bring it back in. And then you never know, policies change. Tomorrow they'll start taxing paper. The next day they'll start, me, I was like, can we just print locally?
Yeah.
Then I can increase my print run without having to stress. And you don't use the Somali guys to bring in your magazine, because one day they may get shut down.
And then what?
And then what, So put the plan together, and then I started looking for investors.
Yeah.
So I literally talked to 3 people, and they all said yes.
What?
And now it was like, okay, so now which one do we go with?
Yeah.
This was 2012. It was just before the election. So again, it's not just one election. They're like, let elections pass, and then
what after elections.
Yeah, after elections.
She just used the election as an excuse.
Yeah.
But she couldn't make the decision.
Exactly.
Make a choice.
So as soon as elections came and went, we sat down with the plan. Like, so are you ready? I'm like, yeah, sir. Here, start. I'm like, what? Like right now? They're like, can the first issue be in August? This was in end of June.
What?
I'm like, yeah, of course. First issue can be in August. Fantastic. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys. So what we did to get investors was we did a dummy copy. So I got my whole team together. I created a team, and I told them, this is the plan. I want to start a magazine, but I don't have cash to pay you.
Yeah.
But let's do issue 1. If I get investors for it, you all have a job.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, if it tanks, it's been real. We tried. I'll give you the work that you've done for your portfolios or whatever. So I got stylists, I got writers, I got designers, and we did the first issue, which is what we used to get investment. And then they're like, Sawa, so let's do this. So since we had done the dummy issue, it was now just a matter of updating the content a bit.
Yeah.
Of course, we had done it way before. And end of July, we were going to print.
What?
And Couture Africa was born. And then we're like, so now we need to launch a magazine. Okay, where do we do this? Let's go to Zen Gardens. Let's be bougie.
Yeah.
So remember we had the launch party at Dusit, not at Dusit, at Zen Gardens.
Yeah.
Which went really well. It was a whole fashion industry, invited all these guys in media and advertising and agencies, and Couture Africa was born, and 4 years later, here we are.
It's never looked back. From a conversation
in a Java.
What? So definitely you can do it. I can see quite a few people were really eager to hear the Couture story. Yeah, because Bob Aston was like, I just really wanted to know sponsorship for the magazine, how she got that. So you've heard the dummy copy was really, really...
Yeah, it was really key, because you need to show that you know what's going on.
Is it like a pilot for any other project or any business idea that you have?
To show that
when it comes to a magazine,
you
have to have the thing.
Yeah.
You have to have the magazine itself, so that when you're going to sell it to whoever the investors or sponsors, they can see the quality, they can understand what the magazine is all about,
what
so that they can be able to put money down.
Yeah, exactly.
Because remember, we're in the digital era. Magazines are dying.
Yes.
So anyone who's jumping into a magazine business or publishing business, you have to have a legit plan.
Yeah,
I know.
No one will just buy, White Elephant.
And nobody just puts their money randomly in random things.
Because look at it this way. How many magazines have died?
Very many.
Very many.
Actually, in the 4 years that we've been in the industry, I think 10 have come and gone.
Legit. Yes. Yeah. And I'm talking about magazines because I've been on the covers.
Yeah.
You've been on the covers of magazines that have died. This is true.
I go to people's houses and I find magazines. I'm like, hey, what happened? And then it hits me. It died.
And let me tell you a story, and let me tell you what the most important thing. I looked for quite a huge chunk of investment, and these guys were looking at me like I'm crazy. Yeah. They're like, no, we'll give you money to print the first 2 issues. What's the big deal? And I was like, no, this is not how it works. I need to be able to run this thing for a year clean to build the credibility before you start getting the Safaricom's and the
start hooking guys on. Exactly. Yeah.
And I think for that, it showed that there's an understanding of the industry that I'm trying to get into. And they're like, okay. So I told them, you can give me a quarter, but it's all going to disappear because that magazine is going to die. Because we won't have enough sustenance. To
need 1 year at least.
Yeah. So we need to keep it going, create a cash flow, and then we can be able to sort of survive by ourselves.
Okay.
So having that understanding of the industry you're getting into,
and how it's changing.
Exactly. And then if you look at the magazines that are dying, or the media, the print media that's dying, it's the generic media. If you look at the magazines that have survived, they're the very niche targeted magazines.
Yes.
And one of the big struggles that we had when we started was everyone's like, but it's a fashion magazine, it's so targeted. It's like
how much fashion news?
Yeah.
How much fashion news is there?
I know.
Will you get?
Where are you gonna get your content from?
Yeah.
But then now everybody else who's talking about generic stuff which you can find on the internet is dying. But then now the good thing is that the fashion industry has grown. I'd like to think Couture Africa has something to do with it.
Yeah.
And now we have so much content. We're actually sieving what do we put and what don't we put, because now what we put becomes a voice of credibility. So the niche magazines have survived, and when it comes to advertising spend, people will still spend more money in traditional media than they will on the internet.
Okay, so y'all who are thinking of starting a magazine, I hope you've gotten some wisdom from then. In the next 3 minutes, we unleash the lion in Olive Gachara right here on Kiss FM.
Part of my life, it doesn't throw me off anymore. So I just kind of...
It's all about the positive vibe.
Roll with the punches.
It's about positive vibe, and you know what, just waking up every day and just appreciating and just moving on. Like, you know, the guys, like when I go out, and then I meet guys and they're like, how do you wake up in the morning? The same way
as opposed to
with my eyes, as in I open my eyes and then I jump off the...
Oh, you jump?
No, I jump off my bed is really high. I still have a double decker.
You know what? On that note, there are some people who are asking, speaking of magazines that shut down, was there ever a point that you thought that your magazine would shut down in the 4-year journey?
No, not really. Even I remember there was a time when we were going through a bit of a rough patch, and my business partners were like, okay, not Olive, maybe this thing's not working. We want to pull out. And I was like, cool, you guys pull out. Me, I'm still here. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah. And so they even asked, so, you know, we've had many meetings and, you know, those serious meetings where no one is smiling. And so this one guy is like, okay, so if we pull out, what are you going to do? I'm like, I'll continue.
Somehow.
I've built a brand. I can get more money. If I could get money from you guys when nothing existed, I can guarantee you.
Sembuse now. Okay, so not only the magazine is something that you have under your belt, you're also part of Lion's Den.
Yes.
A show that, you know, we watch and we see young people pitching their ideas. Sometimes you guys are a bit harsh on them. I'm like, Akiwo, just want to hug someone. But so how did you get into that space?
Literally, they just called me and asked me, would you like to do it? And I was like, yeah, sure.
Why not?
So give me the day, let me think about it. Because it's a big commitment. It's a time commitment. It's a financial commitment. It's an energy commitment. It's a lot. So, but then I figured, you know what? I got here because people helped me. So, and I've always been looking for a way to mentor other people. I always felt shallow and non-conclusive, for lack of a better word. So it's like through Lions Den, it'll give me that opportunity that I was looking for to actually literally handhold people and help them through their entrepreneurship journey.
What if there's somebody who's listening right now and they probably have, you know, when you have an idea, like, you're always like, this, by the way, best thing ever. You know what I mean? So there's somebody listening right now and they have this business idea and they're thinking, yes, I'm going to do this, and they don't have a chance to, you know, present it to you at the Lions Den. What is the one thing that you can tell them to look out for as they're crafting this idea out?
They need to... There's something that we call proof of concept. They need to make sure that the idea works even before they start looking for investors. And one thing that I've learned about young business people is that they think they need money to start a business, which is not necessarily true, right? And until I got to the point of publishing a magazine, which was something that I needed to print every month, so I actually needed hard cash. I never got outside investors for anything else, right? My business partner was my mother, because then you couldn't register a limited company as one person. Now you can. So I'm like, I'll give you 5% shares, just so that I can get limited ad. Because I didn't really need outside funding. And investors just really stress your life for no particular reason. So if you can start. And prove your concept, start slowly, sell one thing, put the money back, sell another thing, put the money back. And it's always easier to start when you're younger. And this is why I've been able to take much bigger risks, quote unquote. I didn't think there were risks until I started talking to people about my journey. I'm like, oh.
People don't do that.
All right. Okay. That's like a risk. But isn't that like, what else would you do? Anyway, when you're young and let's say